So, okay, I'm recording this call. This is a call I was asked to do to kind of share with everybody what the 3 Vital Behaviors Training Workshop is all about. So many people get invited to attend these, and they're not really sure why they should give up basically, half or about 6 hours of their day and more if they have to travel. Jennifer Allen attended one of my Houston training, and she drove, I think it was like 6 hours to get there. Found a sitter in the Houston area for her kids, that way she could get the most out of it. And she got so much out of it that she, in fact, decided to host one in Tyler, where a lot of her team is based out of, up in East Texas, and she drove like 9 hours that day to get there. So I thought that it would be great for her to be able to give her testimony of why she thought it was so valuable to attend it twice and travel that much, and how it helped her business. So I'm giving it over to you, Jen.
Okay, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Okay, well, first off, that event I attended in Houston was my very first Beachbody event to ever attend. And I highly, highly recommend attending any event you can get to. And just, I'll be honest with you, I never went to anyone because I had my kids and I homeschool and I travel. So I don't have a babysitter ever. So that was just my big excuse. And I finally just, decided that when Mindy opened up her training in Houston, I said, you know what, my kids are just going to go with me. I'm going to figure it out. So I drove forever to get there, it seemed like, just to be there that one day. And we all know what the 3 vital behaviors are and that we need to be doing them every day, right? But it kind of helps you understand why we do them and why it's so important to not miss a step. And whenever you go and hear people speak, and when Mindy's doing her events, everybody chimes in. Everybody has a question. Everybody has a concern or a comment to make. And every single person in the room can speak to that person and give them advice. And then you hear like other people are struggling just like you are. So it makes you aware that you are not alone, and that if they can overcome it, so can you. It also gives you a chance to get with people that are outside your network. You can follow other coaches, see how they work. And that, to me, was really what the wow factor of going to these events is because I met people and it got me out around others, and I saw how other people started working, and I kind of implemented certain things that other coaches did, and I kind of brought my whole business together. But I couldn't have gotten that at any other training event because they're all so huge. In these small groups, it's so much more valuable. I think after I went to Mindy's first one, I hit Diamond like 2 weeks after, and I was Star Diamond within 4 weeks after. And I had been coaching for almost a year prior, and it was at that moment that everything was like, okay, this is it. Now I know why I need to be doing this. Now I know why this is so important and why I can't miss one step. So it's just valuable to understand everything. And like I said, to get out of your network, of circle of your coaches, and meet people from all over and different coaches. And like I said, how they work. But I don't let anything stop me. The one I hosted in Tyler, my kids were there the whole time in the back of the room, just sitting there playing. I mean, I have no choice. When I go to Super Saturday, they're there with me. Every place I go, they're there. And that's my business, and that's how I work. And I want people to see that they too can do it. It's not an excuse. They're the reason why I'm doing this, not my excuse why I can't not do it. So, I mean, I can't stress on how much I was so grateful to even have attend that event with Mindy, because it completely changed my entire business. And I don't really know what else to talk about other than just get it to them, and they do help. I can't hear you, Mindy. You're on mute.
I watched, one great thing about Jennifer is, like, I watched that her really step outside of her comfort zone, and not only through social media and really open up about her journey, but I also have seen her like step up that the event that she attended, the second one I did in Tyler, her leadership skills started to show through it, because she really like orchestrated this whole event to get me up there, and she showed the passion and her commitment to what she was doing. And then she actually spoke for her first time and did a great job with her public speaking. And, that's one thing about coaching is that, you can know all the ins and outs. I see so many people who have the emerald personalities, the pearl personalities, or, the white or the blue personalities, and they, have to know everything before they get started. You can know everything, but if you don't actually get started, that's the problem. And that's what these events are that, our team, Diesel Nation, that I come from, Jennifer's not in my upline or downline, but Diesel Nation is huge on events. And, you hear time after time after time that getting to these live events are what grow your business. I mean, it helps you connect with people outside of your team. So, that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. It helps you, get used to building relationships with other people. And there's just that environment that as soon as you step into any event that's filled with other Beachbody coaches, you have major aha moments. But, I watched Jennifer's business grow, and I watched her believe in herself and just get out there and start consistently embracing the 3 vital behaviors, because she saw the importance and she saw exactly how to implement them. So anyways, that's all I need from you, I guess, Jennifer. I know you have another call. I appreciate it so much. I'm not sure if Astra's getting on. But anyways, I'll continue on. Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.
So anyways, a little bit about the 3 vital behaviors, just so everybody knows what it is. This was something that was offered up to elite coaches, and it is something available to any 5-star above or elite coach to get certified to do. They offered this to us whenever we went to leadership in Scottsdale, Arizona last September. And they sent an email out, Denise Keenum, that was before she left her company, sent an email out asking if we would be interested in getting certified. And for me, I'm all about learning as much as I can and diving in to become more part of the corporate side of Beachbody as possible. And, with any certification, whether you're getting Pile certified, Size certified, Sandy certified, Turbo Kick certified, all this stuff just, basically it increases your knowledge as a coach and helps you coach more confidently. And people out there who like titles or whatnot, I guess, really respect you more. Plus, it gives you the chance to really show your commitment. I mean, anything you do on social media that is Beachbody or fitness related really states to the public and all the people who are watching you that you're, really committed. And that's why I always tell people, and that's why corporate says too, get to Super Saturdays, get to trainings. I'm in Texas, and I'm 4 hours from Dallas, but I attend every Dallas event that I can because we have Danielle, Tony, and Chris Reed, and the Hudgens, and all these, top coaches that put on these trainings that they don't have to. And so I really emphasize going to these because this is where people have their aha moments. The 3 vital behaviors, when they asked me if I wanted to teach this, I attended this, 2-hour course or something at Scottsdale at the leadership. And I went, and they just gave us this book, and they basically told us about the ins and outs and, ethics and, making sure that everybody knows that this is not a profit margin. Like the $25 that is charged for coaches are essentially to cover costs. And, for me coming to St. Louis, me coming to Raleigh, there's flights that, are incurred, and also to get a venue or whatnot. So, they taught us all this, and then we left, and I left with this binder and this little, what is it called? Thing you plug into your USB, whatever it is, that had all the information on. And I'm like, what do I do? And I jumped in without even thinking like I normally do. I'm like, I'm going to host my first training in Houston in November. And I found a venue. And then I'm like, oh God, I was so busy after returning. I'm like, what do I do? And I was having major anxiety. I honestly actually thought about canceling it because I'm like, I don't know this. I didn't go over this. I didn't even know how to use PowerPoint. I didn't even know how to use a little clicker for it. And I was like, shit, what am I going to do? And one of my coaches, Louise, she's one of my personally sponsored diamond coaches. She was like, just do it, Mindy. You know this. They wouldn't have, asked you to do this. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I winged it. But I rocked it because of the fact that I did know that. And that's why they say people who are elite or 5-star coaches or above are the ones that they are certifying to teach this, because we know this. Obviously, it was a little sketchy. We had some technical issues in the beginning and, sticking to the slides. But I will say that, like, I was able to teach it because of the fact that I know how to do this. And it shows through with my success as a leader and in my business. I taught another one in January. I've taught one in Tyler, and I flew out in February and taught one in Northern California where my team was. And people have been watching me. That's why Ashley asked me to, and Kathy from Raleigh, she's part of the Diesel Nation group, asked me to do this. They've watched me, teach this, and they've watched the momentum build and the success that has followed with the people who attended and implemented what I taught them right away. What people don't understand is that, you can look at the 3 vital behaviors broken down, but you don't really realize how to implement it. And the biggest thing with the disconnect with a lot of people is that they don't understand the importance of all 3 and how all of them play into each other, and that they're not one of them is more important than the other, even though it's listed invite as the first one and personal development is the last one. But all of them together really create a dynamic for your business. And the biggest thing for me is we spend about 4 hours teaching the number 1, invite, because that's where people don't understand. They think that, you have to basically run across the parking lot and accost somebody and, hand out flyers or business cards or, something, and they don't understand how inviting, and the way I teach is about connect. And there's so many people out there who are so standoffish with people or bad with people, don't know how to relate to them, and they go in being very salesy versus building relationships. And I know that, if you're on this call, you've heard about the importance of building relationships, but you may not understand how to do this. This grows your team. Basically the way I run the groups, like Jennifer said, is that it starts from 9 to 3. The first one ran over to like 3:45 or 4 because of technical issues, and it was my first time running. But I've slowly, I did another one in Bryan, but I've slowly gotten it down to, where we're done right at 3, and I open up to questions and answers because I've been able to change it and become more clear and concise. But I would say you could attend, Louise's attended 3 of mine, Jennifer's taught 2 of mine. None of them are ever the same. I teach the same bottom line principle, but I really tie in what I do day to day and give examples. So it's not really like boring classroom style, but I share stuff because for me personally, I learn better by example, not just reading something out of it. And I really do like an interactive classroom so that it's very informal, that you can come in wearing whatever you want, fitness clothes, jeans, flip-flops, t-shirts, whatever it is that you want. And I really encourage everybody to shout out, talk about stuff. I ask people to share, instances that they have in their business, ask questions, share tips that they have, because that's how we learn, is learning from others. Because the thing is, we may have a certain way that we run our business, but we may come across that one challenger or prospect or one coach that we just are having a hard time with, where somebody else's feedback can definitely help. But it's very informal, and, it's open to the public, and a lot of people have brought in family members. I had one coach bring in her husband because he was pretty much against Beachbody. He let her do it, but he was not supportive. And he came and he went away with a totally different aspect of coaching and saw what we do and saw the importance. I really, like I said, keep it very informal. I had one of my coaches bring her like 5-month-old baby. She took a nap on the floor. I feel that since we're a family business and family-oriented organization, and it comes straight from the top, that why keep your family out? And people have invited their, daughters, sons, husbands, wives, challengers, prospective coaches. It is a little bit over people's head if they're not in the business because of the jargon we use, Success Club and, ranks, but they at least understand and appreciate what we have to offer. And the biggest thing is I teach a lot about social media too, about how to build relationships with people and how to market yourself. But it is extremely valuable because, like I said, we go to lunch. I take about hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes, depending on how close we are to stuff. And I have lunch with everybody, and we sit and talk, and that's a little, less scary, a lot more informal that way. But, this last time in Tyler, I sat at lunch, and I had the people who were really quiet, and that, the men, there's, a couple of men who went. I had them sit at our table because Ryan went with me, and I knew that we are a female-dominated organization. If you look, we're all females on this call. But there's men out there who need to, and I've been working with this particular coach who's been following me for a long time. He decided to come to the training, and he hit Success Club 8 last month, and he's already hit Success Club 5 a week ago because he's implemented what it was. I sit down, I taught him about goals, taught about believing himself, got him to blow past his excuses, and really worked one-on-one. And, I don't know, I really try to dig in and have a more personal feel. So that's kind of all I have to say. Is there any questions anybody has, or anything that you've gotten from people you've invited or your team member that you think you want to answer clarification so that I guess it would boost attendance? I'm gonna unmute everybody. Okay. Do you have anything? No?
I don't have any questions.
Did I answer everything okay?
Yeah, you did awesome.
You know, I guess it's just one of those things that, you know, if there's somebody on your team who's never been to any corporate event, this would probably be the best one because it's a lot smaller than Super Saturdays, Summit, Leadership, or anything like that. And, you know, like I said, I really try to keep it informal so it's enjoyable because, like, I have ADD. I absolutely hate to sit through long courses that are boring and, you know, classroom style. And I think we get more out of it when we interact. And I really push everybody to connect with one another and use each other as a guinea pig. So, you know, I guess share this call with people. I'll upload it on YouTube. You know, I need to keep the people there just so we can make sure we cover all the costs, cover so I can get there. But I want to come there and be there. I think it would be a great experience to hang out with you guys. And I love to connect with people outside of our team because there's so many different perspectives because you guys learn so much, you know, the same bottom line stuff that you learn from your upline and, you know, and I can share with you what I learned from my upline. And that's what makes our organization so amazing is that everybody shares the wealth of information. So that's it. Y'all don't have anything more. Then good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great night. Thanks, Ashley, for setting this up.
You're welcome.